Hello, and welcome to The King is Watching. So, we've now got the graveyard beaten on difficulty 4. We're not going to go straight for difficulty 5 though. We've got the village that we can beat on difficulty 4 as well. We're going to change some of our council members though, I think, here. And we're going to be trying King Spellus today. So, Spellus is going to be able to get random simple spells, random powerful spells, and generate crystals over time, which we can upgrade until we'll start at 50 gold. Then I think it goes up to, I think it's 100, then 200 or something, and it keeps increasing. Anyway, we're going to go to the council chambers. I think we don't really, since we're not playing as the undead anymore, we're not going to need Phoenix. We definitely want to keep Mushroom King, since he generates crystals. This is actually going to be a really good way of just consistently getting some troops, especially if we can get the relic that allows us to keep temporary troops around longer. I think we'll go with then, let's see, we've got, because I want to actually lean into the whole spell slinging thing. So we're going to have to go Angry Eye, and we're going to want to maybe, I think, get rid of Fancy Beard and go for Unicorn. Now we could go and do something like, leaning into the whole spell thing and say, where is it now? Like Wise Guy here, choosing spells at the start of the run, or we could even go into Ether here for speed up spell production, which Ether might not be bad, but I'm not gonna do that. I think it's one of those things where we're gonna get most of our spells from our abilities on our king rather than just buildings and things, though we might go spell production actually. Yeah. What will we get rid of? I want to... Sophie is really good with the research table, and Panther and Flunky are all absolutely excellent, so... You know what, it's only 20%. I think we're going to leave the Ether. Because the Panther and Flunky and Sophie are too good. They're just really good. Like, any king can make massive use of them. But we are going to go with Mushroom King, Angry Eye, and Unicorn. Right. And we're going to be doing difficulty 4 on the village. So we've got an extra... Yeah, so bosses have modifiers now. We start with some debt. Enemies have 30% more HP. And there's some debris to clear up. Right. So, enemy movement speed is increased by 50% on this one. And that'll be up until the boss. So, up until we face the boss, all the enemies are going to be moving a lot quicker. I'm going to grab the 50 gold actually from the start here. That clears up a bit of our debt. We're just not going to be able to place our stuff where we'd usually like to here. Place them next to it rather than spending time trying to clear that debris. You'll notice as well our gaze as Spellus starts smaller, so he can't look over as many things as other kings, and it's got a weird pattern when it does get larger, so it's a bit unusual. Anyway, we'll place 2 down of everything. And once we've placed down 2 of everything, just need 1 more and we can speed things up as well. Right. Now, we just let her rip. And that should be fine. We can then get some peasants' huts. do still need some water here with this. And a bit more, and we should be done. Well, we're probably going to have lost 5 health at the end of this. There we go. We'll go for... We can probably go Black Sheep Barn here. And we'll get a gold mine. Prophecy wise, we're gonna want some levy barracks pretty quick. And of course there are none. Lovely. Right. We'll want to go for then, I guess, maybe an established production. I don't want to push myself too much with this prophecy card here when we've not got the men to fight them off. Speaking of which, we can get some mushrooms to start the game off with here. Right. It won't be long though, and we'll be able to, yeah, use Mushroom King. So we can use that on our... Maybe the second fight would be a good one to use that on. Because we've got some extra stuff coming at us then. Right, we'll resupply our troops. And we'll just keep farming the fields, I guess, for now. We're going to need a bit of gold soon, so that's going to be a thing. Right, the grunts died pretty much immediately. Oh, and so have the extra mushrooms. Yeah, the enemies are kind of rough. We'll get fissure and we'll grab... Could go for the wheat field. Yeah, we'll go for that. The vineyard is good, but we don't know if we're going to get an actual winery at any point, so... Until we have a winery in hand, it's kind of useless going for a vineyard. Right, let's see if this can do anything. I think that got one of them. We'll get a meteor and we'll go warriors. We want warrior and arcane training, though preferably warrior if possible, because warrior is more likely to be useful on other units than just mushrooms, whereas arcane will affect mushrooms as well. We're going to be doing basically a mushroom warrior run at this point. I think we'll clear some of these bits of debris as well while we're at it. And we'll start looking for some place to put maybe some magic schools and so on. Now though, we'll get to making more peasants. Right, what can we get? We can get those crystal mines we want. We can also... I mean, I'll be honest, all of these are excellent. 2 wine when we kill an enemy is really good. And... yeah, or when we kill an enemy can be good. But the 7 morale is just... Mind you, it has to be said, morale with Spellus, what it will actually do is... where are we? Increases spell damage by 2.5% per morale. I mean, at least it improves it by a lot for each morale. So... but let's get the wine upgrade. And the strawberry cocktail. I'd have loved to have got the crystal mines as well, but we maybe want to improve the magic school eventually here. That could be worth doing. Right. Get more peasants out. Clear these plots. There we go. Right. Let's get cracking with this. I think we'll put maybe like the magic school and the research table down here. But I think until then, we'll go market and we'll go wheat field. Right. Let's get a random spell. And let's get some mushroom friends to help us out. And then we're going to get selling some of this wheat and make some of that gold back that we need to get. This is not great. Got 2. Okay, we'll get an artifact. Flying troops. Now we'll get the meat. Again, a terrible choice here. We'll recycle this one. Here we'll go iron and we'll go crystal mine. Grab the base production thing and let's get another levy barracks. If we're not getting the barracks buildings we need soon, we might just have to start sucking it up and re-rolling them, even though it's going to cost us a bit. We'll get the artifact first, then we'll go for building upgrade, then we'll go for this. I'm a bit worried about doing that because we do only have, and we'll get the permanent morale here, we do only have peasants at the moment. We do have these guys, so we're probably going to have to use some spells to kind of push us through with these waves. So mushroom troopers and some of these spells will have to kind of get us through some of these waves. We do have a levy barracks though in the first 2 waves, so hopefully that does something. It's annoying that this is a horizontal line. Right, let's try and stun them for a second. Right, we get them. Hunters isn't horrible. And wooden key isn't awful. But mystic stone, yeah, every second we deal 12 damage. That could be quite handy. Right. Let's see, hunters need wood. I'm going to move this down here. Pop this there. And we'll get on with that. We're struggling, but we're going to manage. Right, let's send to barracks rather than sending them straight out. Seems blade fall there. That kind of worked out. It's turned into a hunter run again. 20% chance, 25% chance of getting gold per production cycle on the wheat field is pretty good, given that we need gold from it right now. But we could just upgrade the magic school, so we get spells of our choice rather than random ones, which isn't an awful idea, I'll be honest with you. We're going to spit all our units out. And we're going to get back on getting some gold. I think we have enough for the magic school now, yeah. Now we need wood again. Yeah, they're onto the hunters, that's the problem. Looks like we might lose a mushroom, maybe. Yeah, we lost one, but we got them. Right. We'll go for... I don't think we've got a clay pit yet. Mind you, we can nearly afford a gold mine, which is going to make getting gold a lot easier. Right. So, yeah, interestingly, if we keep going for warriors, like, warriors does affect the hunters as well as the mushrooms, so it might be a warrior and mushroom run, this. Let's get a new spell. Let's upgrade our crystal generation. So now, every 3 seconds, we'll generate 2 crystals. We're going to need a lot more gold, though, to upgrade it again. And we're probably ready to upgrade our gaze soon. It's probably getting to the point where we should be doing that. Right, we've opened up some slots there. We're gonna get some gold. We're gonna upgrade our unit capacity as well. Right, what can we go for here? Oh, there's a carpentry, that's something, but useless without a forge. Indescribable figurine might be alright. But probably going to upgrade the hunters with that. And we'll buy some metal, I think. I'm tempted to just buy a sawmill, which I think I'll do. And we'll save a bit of change. Right. New wave coming, let's get some more peasants out. It's not much that we're facing off against here, but, you know, let's get it done anyway. Right, levy barracks. More hunters. It really wants us to go for hunters here. Crystal mines. Mines crystals yield is limited. We do want to keep a nice amount of crystal mines about. We'll go for an iron mine though for our established production, and we'll get some necromancy here. And poor man's relic improves grunts. That will affect our peasants, so we can go with that. We probably want to, yeah, we'll go with the spell here. We're going to get a levy barracks and a building upgrade and more denarii, I think, here. That seems reasonable. And we're going to get the magic school on this event. So now we can pump out some more magic schools and that, so... Right. We're nearly there with the gold. Gold mine, iron mine. Excellent. Right. Still need a bit more wheat because we're a bit low. We'll get some more mushrooms. You'll notice now our crystal supply is going up and up and up. We're making them faster than we're... yeah, we're now making these crystals faster than we're using them. We get 2 levy barracks. We get a hunter hut again. I'm going to re-roll this. I'm not going to keep re-rolling it. We'll just recycle it then. Right, get a bit of denarii back. We want the mushroom... huts, whatever they're calling, but we want the mushroom barracks basically. That's what we actually want. Hunters is fine and they pair quite well with the mushrooms, but we do at some point actually want to get the mushroom barracks. Right. Well, we're melting this pig guy, so this should be alright. get all the denarii. In fact, I might as well be getting this and gold while I'm sat here, so... Can't spawn more mushrooms yet, but what I can do... Actually, do we need the necromancy? I think we're going to be fine. Right, wait for the barracks to fill up. There we go. Then the Mushroom King, get them all out at once. That should do it. Spell will go landmine, and we're gonna go for upgrade the sawmill, I guess. And we are out of wheat, so we're gonna get straight on that. Boss is on the way. We are a bit low on troops, so let's just use a spell here. Get a bit of damage done. Right, and let's see what we can buy here. I don't think we need more hunters. We can get a 1-up. 4 spells, or damage dealt by spells is increased. Well, that's fairly obvious. Can get hunters being better, and we can get some troop training. Well, not hunters being better, sorry, the building is better, but it's increased the capacity by 2. Which is technically, I think, better than buying a new hunters thing here, because yeah, we've got another 3 of these, and they can each hold 4 now. Right, we'll continue from there. We'll upgrade our ranged units, I guess. We need a lot more wheat and wood if we're going to build more hunters. And we probably don't have the time here to get that done for the boss. Right, let's see what we manage. Right, we have some wheat. We're going to need a hell of a lot more wood, but we're not going to manage to build one of these in time. No way. What we can do is get another spell. We're going to drop landmines to hopefully take out, yeah, the flunkies. Let's see. We need a lot of wood for the hunter's huts, so we're not going to be able to do it in time. But what we can do is, while she's fighting these, wait till she does the AoE swing. There it is. Now we can raise some dead guys around her. They should get a nice bit of damage in. Let's do some damage and make her drunk. There we go, she's nearly dead. Hunters have completely got a number here. Bam, and she is down. Not a problem. Right. Artifact is reduces all king's ability cooldowns by 25%. Yep. We'll go with the tornado. Veteran Mushroom Grove. That's why it wasn't showing up. So it's a veteran barracks, is this. So we want to try and find as many veteran barracks as we can. So we can create just... Oh, we've got an iron mine. We'll go vineyard here. But yeah, we want to get as many of them as possible so we can create a mushroom army. I guess grunts can help here. So yeah, veteran barracks there. Really, 25 goblin bandits? Jesus Christ, that's a bit much. Some lizards. Let's see. There's elite barracks, there's 2 of them, but I want veterans specifically. We can do stone golems here. Enemies won't be fast as well now, by the way. Because Magra's dead. I think we will... Yeah, 3 goblin giants maybe with those. And that should be fine. We're going to want spells ready for this final wave. We're going to need some kind of AoE for that. We'll sell the invitation, get a bit of extra denarii. Next boss is Volcar, so it's the dragon. Spell damage is... Oh, that's bad for us. Spell damage dealt is reduced by half. Oh, really bad. That's like specifically just annoying me. Like specifically this king doing this build is screwed over by that. Okay, let's see what we've got then. So we want more hunters and we want these spell things. I also wouldn't mind a broader gaze, so let's just first grab that, shall we? Now we'll need clay. I do believe we have got a clay pit, so we can get that upgraded again fairly soon. We'll build up a bit of wheat, just so that we've got it. We're going to need water. Partly for the spell there, and partly because I want to... Oh, we are running out of wheat. That is a problem. Well, we are and we aren't. We've got this here. I guess we'll throw a crystal mine down there. Right. We'll start clearing some of this area. Now we've got a full roster of guys. We can bring them some mushrooms. We'll save this tornado for the final wave when there's going to be like 25 grunts attack at once. It looks like we've mostly sorted out these cavalry units here. Just for giants to deal with now, which could be a problem. Right. We'll get more troops out. Put this enchanter down there. Right. We're slowly getting this guy. Slowly. There we go. Right. We want to maybe re-roll this a bit for mushrooms. Oh god, the reroll goes up each time. Yeah, let's... pumpkins then. Okay, ooh, production by 100% on that. Sure. Right. Here come a bunch of guys. We'll give Amber a spell and we will... There. I think I got most of them then. And that. Just as they're charged, they all went into a little line, so good for me. Right, let's spawn to barracks. We're out of wheat. Crap, we're out of wheat. The 2 far apart to use tornado on. This is probably going to be the end of us. I'm going to have to use this just to try and... Okay, it's managed to suck them up. Right, okay. All units' HP is increased by 20%. We need a new spell now for the next wave, and it's going to be a while before we can get one. could turn to sheep. Yeah, this is probably the end of us here. Right. I'll try Wrath, but I don't think it's going to work. Nope. There goes that. We weren't getting his troops down enough. It's my fault. I should have had a few, I should have at least had like an extra hunter's hut by then, and I needed to keep an eye on the wheat better. We were probably selling too much of it early on. Oh well. Anyway, we do have enough of the extra research table, so that should be interesting. I think we'll give Spellus another go next time, so we'll try that again. And yeah, it's looking like at this point, I'm trying to think what we can do with our last crystal here. We could improve spell damage, but I think there's probably better things to do. As much as it would be a nice thing to do for specifically these runs. Even if we wanted to though, we haven't got the denarii to use. But I might pick up the rest of the advisors at this point. I don't think there's much else we can do without spending crystals. We might be able to get some troop HP or damage up. And then maybe we get... yeah, maybe we then start going for these. But that's assuming that we get through any more waves. For now though, thank you very much for watching. Like I said, we'll try Spellus again next time, and I think we should be able to create something interesting. I think we just need to kind of get on our feet a bit quicker, get that gaze upgrade a bit faster. We want to focus on crystals and gold, and it's going to be a bit of a problem with this generational debt thing in play. So crystals and gold. And that should get us all the mushroom warriors we need, all the hunters we could want. I think that's probably going to be the way to play him. Go hunters and mushrooms, because they're both warriors, so you can just buff warriors. And have like a nice front and back line. And then if we buff arcane a little bit, maybe we can bring some wizards into it later on in the game. But yeah. That should be fine. And then just focus on it. If we see a fuel pump as well, we want to pick it up immediately. That gives us the powerful spells. And we should be able to do quite the amount of damage then. For now though, thank you very much for watching. This has been The King is Watching. And I hope to see you next time where we'll give it another go. I'll see you then.